what exactly is the etheric realm? Because a lot of you, or most of you, have probably heard about the astral plane. Probably quite a bit. But no one really talks about the etheric realm that much. At least not in a major sense. So what is the etheric realm? The etheric realm is essentially the realm of the souls. It's where the soul goes when it is ejected from a dead body. When it comes down to etheric realm, and religion, there's the idea of heaven and the idea of hell. Dark and light. Spaghetti without sauce and spaghetti with sauce and meatballs and shrimp and fudge and stuff. So, what this means is that there is actually kind of a surprising correlation between the ideas of heaven and hell and what the etheric realm really holds. The etheric realm has quite a vast amount of frequencies. There's the negative and lower frequencies, and then there are the higher frequencies. Now, what this means is that the lower frequencies is generally where the souls that due to their previous life, their previous body, they had went more to the dark side of things, to lesser or greater amounts. And so the soul is then, well, it's drawn to the more darker side of things, the more negative, the more lower of the frequencies. And so in etheric realm, because there's an extremely low type of a frequency. Those type of dark souls are actually drawn to this frequency, and of course the lower and lower the frequency they go, the darker things become. But on the other side, there's the higher frequencies, and these frequencies, well, the good souls, the souls that have that from a previous life have found light and awesomeness and good and whatnot. Well, they're naturally drawn to the higher frequencies, the lighter sides of things. And of course, just as with the dark, when the spirit goes to the higher and higher frequencies, things get lighter and lighter, better and better, blissful. But there's also a middle ground, a gray area. In this place, this gray area is almost as dangerous as the darkest of darkest places. The reason being is because there are so many souls that don't know where they are. They're so confused, and they can become violent. They can be attached to the what semblances of memory they have from the previous life. And this memory fades, and this obviously frightens them to quite a serious degree. They can become very violent. And of course, the intermixed is the lighter souls, and if they have that certain je ne sais quoi, that if they have that certain light and a degree of light, higher frequency, they obviously go around these spiritual fights and basically go into the light and into the higher frequencies. But even so, as I found out, it's extremely dangerous in that area. Now, how exactly can it be dangerous, you may ask? Well, if you're not at all prepared for the projection into the etheric realm, if you don't have any help with you, you're basically putting yourself in mortal danger, because your soul is still connected. It's still bonded with your body. And if your soul in the etheric realm gets damaged, well, it loses energy. And if it loses enough energy, well, your soul it gets shredded. And what does that and what happens to the body? The body dies. That is the danger of the etheric realm. And quite frankly, me speaking to you now is quite something, because I actually, the very first time I projected to the etheric realm, I actually got attacked by a number of these spirits. I was hit in the back of the head, and my soul was bleeding. My energy systems were bleeding. And not only that, I could actually feel physical pain in the back of my neck. It was intense, throbbing, powerful pain. And actually, every now and then, I get a twinge of this pain. But thankfully, due to some psionic experimentation with my energy system, I was able to actually fix and heal my soul. It took a lot of concentration, a lot of energy, but I did it. And it's kind of funny, because I use the same concepts of stitching wounds in order to stitch together my soul. I basically moved my energy in my energy system together and kind of stitched it together with more energy. And then I focused and held those two pieces of energy together over my soul, and held it there for 10-15 minutes or more. And it was such an odd feeling that your own energy system, your own soul was bleeding. It was incredibly disturbing. And quite frankly, I I would hate to see any of you have to go through that. But that's also not saying that's not saying that I don't wish you to be able to project into the etheric realm, because you of course are definitely free to do that. But you really need to be more prepared, and that is why I'm sharing my experiences with you, so that you can learn from the mistakes that I learned, or the mistakes I made. So what next? What kind of valuable life experiences? I'm going to share with you something that's quite moving. I had heard it from another scion a while back, and it was amazing that someone would do something like that. And what was it? Well, he saw this homeless man on the side of the road, and this scion, he generally makes deals with people. He trades his abilities for something in return. But this time, it was different. He went over to this homeless man, and he'd asked the homeless man. Well, he told the homeless man the types of things that he could do for him, and the homeless man obviously was intrigued, and he agreed to it. And so what happened was that the scion, he used energy manipulation, and he made a construct, an object made of energy, and he programmed this ball of energy to generate massive amounts of luck for this man. And he gave this construct freely to the homeless man. The next day, he sees this man who was homeless, but he was completely different. He was changed. He had fresh new clothes on, and he had a sense of happiness, of something he hadn't had before. And so the scion walked up to him and asked how he was doing. And the homeless man, he said that because of what the scion did for him, he came into quite a lot of money, but he also got a job. And not only just a job, something he actually enjoyed, something he actually loved to do. And so, with the gift of an energy construct programmed for luck, this homeless man, his life was changed for the better. This is the kind of stuff that that psionics can